What's up, everybody? This is Zach Miller with GuitarJams.com, playing my trusty 1959 reissue Jimmy Page Les Paul that I did a review on a couple weeks back. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. That was actually tuned by Jimi Hendrix Experience. He actually had a birthday last week. I think he would have been 70 or so. I don't know, you guys will Google it, I'm sure. But anyway, that's a song that he wrote. He'd been playing it forever. I think it's probably inspired by, you know, some of his early work with Curtis Knight and the Squires in the mid-60s there. If you haven't heard his work there too, it's pretty cool. Check it out. Today what I wanted to go over is actually not this bad boy, but my little R2 unit next to me here. Some of you guys commented in some of the last reviews, hey, you know, killer looking amp, what is that thing? What, you know, how are you getting your tone? What pedals are you using? That kind of thing. And I mean, that's a question, you know, everyone gets asked a lot, even really playing live. You know, what gear are you using really? So, you know, this piece, this is a Mesa Boogie Lone Star Special, and it's a really cool amp. It's kind of my workhorse, my go-to amp. Played a lot of different amps over the years. I've played Fenders, you know, silver faces, black faces, deluxes, twins, DeVilles, even little cool champs, AC30s by Vox, AC15s, some Marshalls. But you know, really, when it comes to playing a gig and functionality, personally, I kind of want to carry as little gear as possible. You're loading in, you're loading out. Other bands are loading in, loading out. As it is, you have a guitar, you have an amp. I got a pretty big size pedal board, and then any kind of cables, strings, picks, knickknacks, whatsoever. So, like I said, this is kind of my workhorse, and the reason I got it is because it's kind of an amp that does everything. And then you can go to dirty, you know, that's channel 2. So channel 2 is the second set of knobs right here, and I have those set to really dirty, so you can kind of hear the difference there. So what's really nice about this is if I'm playing a blues gig, classic rock gig, pretty much all I have to do is bring this thing, and then bring this lovely generic Mesa Boogie foot switch with me, and I can toggle between those two channels. So it's kind of like I have 2 amps in one. I can just kick it on for the lead sound, and kick it back off for any kind of, you know, rhythm or clean work I need to do. So kind of like having 2 amps in a box, or, you know, a pedal built into your amp, so to speak. And then actually the second button on that foot switch is called a solo, and that gives you just a little dB boost. So, you know, if you're trying to do, you know, let's say, you know, you're playing like a little clean rhythm, and then, you know, you need to do your clean lead line. Get a little instant volume boost there. So that's a really cool feature to have. But I mean, basically this thing can run the gamut. It does everything from clean to super overdriven, super saturated, and then a lot of warmth in between. So I can pretty much dial in any sound. I can do really clean Fender stuff to really dirty Marshall stuff. Another cool feature is this switch right here. You can't really see it. It's called the thick and thicker switch. And it kind of, think of it kind of like a plexi switch on a Marshall. So I don't know how much you'll really be able to hear the difference on camera, but that's without, and then with. And now the thickest of all settings. So it's really cool. I mean, as you can see, it can kind of do everything. It's got 112 in it. Aesthetically, it's pretty pleasing to the eye. It's got this cool brown Tolex leather handle there. And also it comes with casters, so it's on wheels. And the cool thing about the wheels is that they are removable. So I can just wheel this bad boy into a gig, pop those wheels off, put it on stage so it's not going to move around at all. And then when it's time to get the heck out of there, put those wheels back on. So that's my amp in a nutshell. Again, it's the Mesa Boogie Lone Star Special. This is their 30 watt. They make a regular Lone Star, which I believe is about 50 watts. And also, actually, one more thing I wanted to show you guys before I forget. Actually, with each channel, you can adjust the wattages too. So right now I have both channels set to 30 watts, but what's really cool is if I want to kick the first channel down to 5 watts, I kind of get the same tone, but a lot quieter. That's really quiet, actually. So the second channel I can have just set at like, 15 watts, so that when I switch down to it, I could essentially dial in a little more gain and, kind of play a really high gain thing at more of like a bedroom, bedroom volume, so to speak. So that's the Mesa Boogie Lone Star Special. Check it out online. I actually got mine on eBay, got a pretty good deal on it. But they're awesome, awesome amps. You can find them at Guitar Center if you want to go demo one. And I really encourage you to check them out. Thanks a lot.